Hey, what's up guys? It's me again, back with another SH Figuarts action figure review. And today I'll be having a look at the Gamerverse Advanced Suit Spider-Man, aka PS4 Spider-Man. I've really been looking forward to this one. I loved the game so much I platinumed it. But there is the front of the packaging where you can clearly see the figure and most of the accessories. Side of the box has a cool illustration of Spider-Man from the game. The other side has another cool illustration. The back of the box shows off some of the accessories you get, along with some cool poses you can get the figure in. There is the front again, so I'll take a second, get everything out of the box so we can have a closer look at it. PS4 Spidey is out of the box, and to the top of his head he stands about 5 3/4 inches tall. And for Spider-Man's accessories, you get this stand, you get these stems to go on it, but there's no articulated points on these stems, so you can put them together however you want. You also get this magnet that will plug into his back. You can stick it to your fridge or whatever you want. You get this phone, which I really don't like. I mean, you can see a little detail there with the camera on the back. The front is just a black screen, but it is too small. What is that, an iPhone 5? I mean, come on. You also get this that could go with the stand. You get a bunch of different hands. He has fisted hands on him out of packaging. Then you get these kind of relaxed hands, but I think these are the hands that are intended for the web bombs and the cell phone. You get these gripping hands, and I think these are actually the ones intended for the cell phone and the web bombs. You get these thwipping hands or rock and roll hands. You get some wall crawling hands. You get your web slinging hands or thumbs up hands. You get your webs, and these are a lot like the other webs we've got in the previous Spider-Man figures. There are a couple differences. For one, these are cast in a solid white. The other ones were more of a translucent. And you also get this long one, and this is different this time. He actually grips this and it hangs down from the bottom of his hand, and it actually gives it a really good look like he's swinging. You get this alternative head with the really wide surprised eyes. The head on him, you can actually switch the eyes out. Here are the other eyes you get. You get this little stick for prying out his eyes. You get two web bombs. They will end up lost. And one of my favorite accessories is the spider drone. And that is all 4 accessories. They do include a pretty good bit of stuff with this figure. And now we'll compare Spider-Man to a few other figures. I don't really have anything that relevant to compare him to, like from the PS4 game or anything. So I just grabbed some stuff from the shelf to compare him with. So there he is with the SH Figuarts Iron Man Mark 85 on the left and the SH Figuarts in-game cap on the right. Now here he is with a Mezco 112 Collective Vigilante Daredevil figure. And now here he is compared to a couple other video game figures, because why not? On the right we have the NECA Nathan Drake figure. It's actually a 7-inch scale, that's why he's way bigger. And on the left we have the Mezco Sub-Zero. And this was Mezco before their whole 112 Collective reign. And lastly, here he is compared to the Hot Toys group. Alright, so that is all 4 accessories and comparisons. Now we'll move on to the actual detail on the figure, then the articulation. I have to say I love the design of this figure. It looks great. They really nailed the PS4 Spider-Man look. Love that large white spider on the suit. Glad they collared in that webbing that's sculpted in. Just the overall look is really great. The butt looks a little weird. It looks like he's got a spider thong on. Spider symbol on the back looks really great. Even when you move it around, it don't really break it up that bad. So overall look of the figure is just really great. But on articulation on this Spider-Man, there are a couple spots that I feel are improved from previous Spider-Man figures, but there's also a couple spots that they kind of went backwards on. Like the head, his head is now on this thing, and it actually has a hinge under that. So I feel like that's actually improved because you can get really great movement there, forward and back. Not really any pivot, and you can see a little peg in his neck. but that's not really a deal breaker or anything since you do get pretty good articulation there. The shoulders, however, I cannot get these shoulders to work properly or something. I don't know how, you have to tuck them or pull them or something, but I can't really get my shoulders to go up. So I don't know what they did there, but they need to change it back. You can spin them all the way around, however, and you do get some upper bicep swivel built into the shoulder, and it does butterfly out some. You got a really good bend at the elbow. Wrists are pegged in and on a hinge. I'm just going to use both midsection crunches at once and show you. You can go forward really far. You are left with a pretty bad gap here at the lower one, but I'm sure you can hide that or have a workaround. They should have put a floating piece in there to hide that, but they didn't, so whatever. And going back, using both, we'll go that far. The legs, you get really good articulation. They'll kick forward that far. They'll go back that far because the butt kind of comes around to the front. Give him some front butt. And then he can do the splits really well. That's like a complete split. You have a swivel here at the upper thigh. Excellent bend at the knee. Here's another place that isn't real great at the ankle. It doesn't go forward real well. They don't go back very much either, so you're very limited there. You do get pretty decent pivot though, and you get good toe articulation. It's also really good detail on the bottom of these feet. I just thought that looked really good. So that's it for articulation. Now I will pose this Spider-Man up and we will wrap this review up. Alright, so there is the SH Figuarts Gamerverse PS4 Spider-Man swinging through the city. Got his little spider drone following him. Well, that's about as good as pose as I could get. I kept ripping him in half. I couldn't get them arms right. I was having a tough time. So I think SH Figuarts has a few kinks to work out on these Spider-Man figures. Hopefully they get them worked out before they release those other Gamerverse figures. But overall, I think it's a really great looking figure. I've been wanting a really good PS4 Spider-Man, and this is as good as we've got so far. But that's all I have for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing and review. I will see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye for now.